Hey Pranathi, how are you doing with the coordinate geometry lessons? I'm finding it really interesting but a bit tricky too.
Hi Jahnavi, I'm doing okay. I agree coordinate geometry is quite fascinating. There is a lot to understand, especially with all the formulas and derivations.
Yes, exactly. Let's start with the basics. Do you remember how the Cartesian plane is set up?
Sure, the Cartesian plane is divided into four quadrants by the x-axis and y-axis. The point where they intersect is called origin and it has coordinates 0, 0.
Right. Each point in the plane is represented by an ordered pair x, y. The x coordinate shows the position of the point along the horizontal axis and the y coordinate shows its position along the vertical axis.
Speaking of points, do you know how to find the distance between 2 points?
The distance formula is derived by the Pythagorean theorem. If you have 2 points a equals to x1, y1 and b equals to x2, y2, the distance between them is given by distance equals to under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square.
That's correct. And what about the midpoint of a line segment connecting those 2 points?
The midpoint formula is pretty straightforward. If you have points a equals to x1, y1 and b equals to x2, y2, the midpoint m is given by m equals to x1 plus y1 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2.
Great. I sometimes get confused with the section formula though. Can you explain that?
Sure. The section formula helps in finding the coordinates of a point that divides the line segment in the given ratio. For example, if the point P divides the line segment AB in the ratio m is to n, then the coordinates of P is given by P equals to mx2 plus nx1 by 2 plus my2 plus ny1 by 2.
That makes sense. Now, what about the area of a triangle? How do we calculate that using coordinates?
For the triangle with vertices a equals to x1, y1 and b equals to x2, y2 and c equals to x3, y3, the area can be found by using this formula. Area equals to half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y2 plus x3 into y1 minus y2.
That's really helpful. One more thing I am curious about is the slope of a line. How do we find that?
The slope of a line is a measure of its steepness. If you have point a equals to x1, y1 and b equals to x2, y2, on the line, the slope m is given by m equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1.
Thanks Jahnavi, this has cleared up a lot of my doubts. Coordinate geometry is not as daunting as it seemed.
I'm glad we talked about it. It's always better to discuss and learn together. Let's keep practicing these concepts.
Absolutely. Practice makes perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.